Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Ken Birdsall here from KB Cars. Today I'm again at my home store of Spitzer Chevy in Amherst, Ohio to show you the new 2020 Equinox Redline Edition. This is a little different from last year on the 2019s. Looks the same, but there's a little difference. So stick around, I'll show you what's all new. Make sure you subscribe, hit that little subscribe button in the lower right hand corner there, and turn on your bell notifications so you get those emails and notifications about new posts. Hope to see you guys again soon. Stick around. Thanks for checking it out. All right, again, we are looking at the 2020 Equinox Redline Edition. This one is pretty sweet. So it's a Premier now. If you remember from 2019, you could only get the Redline Edition on the LT trim. So now we are looking at getting it only on the Premier. So a few changes with that. Before, you had to get it with the Confidence and Convenience package. Before, you had to get it with the Infotainment package. You could get it with a sunroof, but with that Infotainment package, it gave you navigation, but no leather interior. A lot of people complained about that. So most of what was in the Confidence and Convenience package and Infotainment package was all standard on a Premier. So they said, well, why don't we just make this only available on a Premier, give you the leather interior. The only drawback is you do not get the navigation. You cannot get it with Infotainment 2 package, which is where that's at. And you cannot get it with a sunroof or the Confidence and Convenience package 2 either. So you have all the same standard stuff really from before, with the exception of the nav. But now it's only available on the Premier. And you get the leather interior, which I'll show you that. So that's a big change really about this package from last year to this year. As far as what all it includes on that package, you get the 19-inch Redline gloss black wheels with the red accenting. You get all your name badge is in the black and red, which looks really sweet. You get your bow ties that are black for the front and the back, and you get the blackout what's called the Redline grill. So it's like a black gloss there, and your mirror caps are black as well. So really stayed the same no matter what color the trim or the body color is either. This is silver ice. We have one here that's black, so it kind of matches the black. We have a white one here too right now. So that is all what comes on the Redline Edition as far as specifics to it. Everything else we're going to talk about today is all standard features on a Premier Equinox. So there you have it. Let's check out the rest of it. All right, so you can get it in front wheel and all-wheel drive. You do have the option. It is a switchable all-wheel drive. This one happens to be particularly is a front wheel drive option, so it saves you a little bit of money there. It is available in the 1.5 or the 2-liter turbo engine. This one has a 2-liter. I'll cover more on that here later. So standard, you get the LED headlamp or daytime running lamps. You also have the high intensity discharge headlamps. You have fog lamps down below, turn signal indicator. I do want to highlight real quick, if you haven't seen my midnight edition Equinox video. Make sure you check that out on my channel. I'll try to put a link in there for you guys. But the fog lamps, you used to only be able to get them on the Premier. You can get them on the LT now. There's a couple ways you can do it, so make sure you check out my videos on that. It has the active Aero shutters hiding inside of there. Those are still standard. And again, this grille is a little different because it's blacked out and everything there. So again, 19-inch wheels. You have 4-wheel analog disc brakes on front and back. Again, your Equinox badging, gloss black on the mirror caps. Now with the Premier, you know there's usually chrome. Even with this Redline edition, there's still some chrome accenting on your door handles and on your roof rack rails as well. So that's pretty much all of the chrome accenting you're going to see on here. You have turn signal indicators. That's standard on the Premier as well. The 2-door passive entry. So I have a key in my pocket right now. It used to be 4-door. You could do this on all the doors. Now it's just on the front driver and passenger. You can lock like that, or you can unlock like that. If you do it on the driver's side door, the first tap will only unlock the driver door, and the second tap will unlock all the rest of the doors. So again, no sunroof because that is not compatible with this package for this year. As we come around to the back, it's kind of a nice little spoiler here. We got your center light there. Again, black bow ties. Backup camera is standard on all of them, even on your base L trim, if you can find that. LS, LT, they all have it there. This does have the rear park assist. See those little sensors? It does have rear cross traffic alert, standard on the Premier, available on the LT. This one is a 2-liter turbo engine, which is nice. It gives you the dual outlet exhaust, and there is actually a trailer hitch underneath it here. There's 2 little twists under there. I'm not sure if I can get you down low enough, but 2 little twists. You can take that off and you can actually tow up to 3,500 pounds. This also has the hands-free liftgate. I'll demonstrate that here for you in a little bit. Just kind of want to go around the outside for you. Capless fuel, I do want to make sure I highlight on the 2-liter turbo engine, it is recommended premium fuel. On the 1.5 you do not have to, but you have capless fuel there, which is really nice. We'll check out the window sticker. I know it's a little dark, but I hope you guys can read that. So a standard regular Equinox or Premier with the 2-liter turbo front wheel drive starts at $34,110 with all of what's in that Redline edition. A couple other little things on there. Brings you to $36,460. That's before rebates and discounts. Does have a 5-star overall safety rating. And your fuel economy on the 2-liter is 22 city, 29 highway. You have side blind zone alert with lane change alert. That's on both of your side mirrors. That's standard on the Premier as well. So after all that, let's take a look at some of the insides. All right, so checking out the back here, I'm going to show you the inside. So from the key fob, let me show you that. You can actually open the hatch by tapping this button twice. Should highlight on remote start, you just hit the lock button and then press and hold this one with the little circle arrow there. You just press and hold that for about 3 or 4 seconds. That'll remote start you. But we're going to do the hands-free liftgate, so I've got that in my pocket. And I always recommend, look for the word Equinox. Go from that X. The closest park assist sensor here is right there, so right there. And that's where you're just going to do a swift kick underneath. And it opens right up. You don't have to go side to side, just a swift kick underneath there. You can also close it from here, and I'll show you up on the inside. There's one on the driver's side door that'll allow you to open and close this hatch. This is programmable to different heights, so if you have low clearance or if you're just shorter. My wife's 4'9", so I get it. You know, if you need that shorter, you can program that down to a lower height, so it's easier to reach if you are going to be pulling it down. The inside, I love the inside of the new Equinox. If you know the old body style, you know this is just maximizing your space. Just cutting into these little cubby holes here. underneath this whole board, let's see if I can zoom out here for you guys. This board is actually removable. So it's a lift tab. You can slide the whole thing out if you need to clean it, or if you just need to get a little bit more clearance underneath. Little storage area, and then your spare tire is underneath. So that's kind of a hidden area there. This area back here behind the second row is it's like just shy of 30 cubic feet of space. When you fold down these two rear seats here, that gives you almost 64 cubic feet. So lots of room here. You can get the retractable shades. That's an accessory sold separately now that kind of close out this area. You do have tinted windows to the back. That's standard on the LT and higher. So kind of tints out this, makes it a little bit harder to see, but if you need that extra security. One thing I love, 2018 and newer on these Equinoxes, you have these release. You have to have the LT or higher, but you just pull the lever and those fold down, and they fold down a lot flatter than they used to, but that opens up your almost 64 cubic feet of space in the cargo space behind the first row. So there's the back of the Equinox. All right, so let's check out the back seat. So lots of space here. I'm about 5'9". Good comfortable space. This is about an average seat position. You got your rear vents for your back passengers, 2 USB charging ports, and a 120 volt outlet down there. That is standard on the Premier and available on the LT. So again, no sunroof up top for the liner, but you do have some LED lighting for the back. Active noise cancellation is standard on all Equinoxes. And again, your nice leather seating with some good like tan stitching here. You do have center armrests with 2 cup holders. And this seating takes 2 recline positions. So there's your normal, and there is a reclined, which doesn't seem like it's a whole lot, but that makes a world of a difference if you're on a long trip. So there's the back. And I do want to point out, all 4 doors have a water bottle holder. So front and rear. All right, so let's check out the front area. I'll give you a quick look at that, and then we'll cover some of these features. Lots going on. I love this dash. It's got like leather integrated, or leatherette integrated into a lot of places. Still kind of plastic in some, but nice comfortable ride for it. Again, you have your power locks, windows and mirrors, all adjustment there. And the back hatch, so right here, if you have it on max, you open it up. You can do it here again from your key fob. You have the hands-free liftgate. If you want to program that to a different height, you just turn it to 3/4. Come back here, so this is all the way open. Maybe that's too high for you. Maybe it's hitting the garage. Just pull that to wherever you want it to go. Press and hold here. See the lights flash and hear those beeps, and that means it's only ever going to open that far. If you need to close it back, you can do it from here too, and that'll close the rest of the way. You have your memory settings. I do have a video specifically for that. You can check that out on my channel. So you can have 2 presets, and then you can tie that to each key fob, as well as an auto exit setting as well. That ties in your side mirrors and your driver's seat. This one goes up and down, as well as forward and backwards. This one does your backrest, and this does your lumbar support. The power seat is standard on the LT and higher. I do want to highlight that. This one does your instrument light control. You can kind of tuck it away. Auto light control and your fog light control. Do you want to do it from this side? It's a little bit easier to show you these buttons on the steering wheel. These ones, you can cycle through your radio presets, all your favorites. And on the other side, those do your volume control up and down. All right, so I hopped inside here. I want to show you how to start this. So you just hold in the brake down here and press this button. That's your keyless start. So it starts right up here. I'll make sure the volume isn't turned up. There's a lot of active safety features now standard on every single Equinox, even your base L trims. So these are not unique to the Premier, but you have your forward collision alert. That's this section here. It actually shines or flashes a bright light, red light up in the steering wheel, or up in the windshield, to let you know that you're too rapidly approaching a vehicle in front of you, and that ties into your following distance indicator, which is right here. set your gap as far as how much you want it to notify you. Automatic headlights, or high beams, I'm sorry, automatic high beams are part of the standard features now. You have low speed automatic braking, and you have your lane keep assist, which you can turn on and off there. You see a little white light going on and off. So that helps keep you inside the lines. It runs off of a camera up here. That does not work really when it's snowing. Maybe some heavy rains, because if the camera can't see the lines, if you can't see the lines, the camera probably can't either. Leather wrapped steering wheel, that's standard on the Premier. You have your cruise control over here. Bluetooth hands-free settings here. And these control everything that you see up there. So this is kind of your home screen. You can cycle through some different things. You can have navigation on there, which is OnStar navigation. You can change a lot of different settings if you want to have your radio, phone, stuff like that. But just the home, that's a new typical home screen. This 4.2-inch color driver information center is standard on the LT and higher. I do want to point out this does have the auto stop on it. It does not have an override on that as of 2020. They'll hopefully have that for next year, but whether you have the 1.5 liter or the 2 liter turbo engine, you do have that on there. So that's your steering wheel. Down below you do have an adjustment again to adjust it. It is tilt and telescoping as well. Let's check out the 8-inch Mylink radio. This is an Infotainment System 3. This 8-inch color radio is standard on the Premier, and you can use like this house button here, or you can use this house button. Either way, it cycles through two different home screens. You have your radio, and if you have a phone connected, it'll show up there. This home screen shows all your icons. You can move these around if you want to. You have AM, FM, XM radio. That is standard on the LT and higher. You get a 3-month trial right now, and you can set all your favorites right across the top. You can do Bluetooth streaming too if you want to do your music there. And do under more, you'll see Bluetooth once you have a phone paired up. So there are other shortcuts in here too. You do have a Wi-Fi hotspot built in, 4G LTE, that runs through AT&T. You can set up with this new Infotainment System 3. You can have multiple users. You can set up where their icons are, what they like, what they don't like, their own favorites, and all of that fun stuff. You do have, under settings, I'm not going to go through everything right now. You can download more apps for here. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can set different settings for your convenience in there too. You do have teen driver mode. You have the valet mode. A couple different things. I'm not going to go through all that with you. Dual climate control standard on the on the Premier that we're here. And you do have the heated seats for driver, front, and passenger here. And you can adjust these. If I turn down, let's say I turn down this side. Where are we not on sync? There we go. So I turn it down on this side and then hit the sync button that puts it back to the driver's side. And your fan up and down, you can adjust all of that here. It's pretty cool. You have an SD card slot, USB-C, USB 2.0, and your auxiliary 12 volt here. Standard on the Premier, you get the wireless charging pad, which works great with all your new phones. This is your tow haul mode. So again, you have this is only on the 2 liter turbo option that you'll see this button. If you don't have a 2 liter, you won't see this button at all. It's just this kind of chromish trim piece that you'll see. If you have all-wheel drive, this button will be split in half, so half of it will be tow haul mode, the other half will be the all-wheel drive, where you can turn it on and off. Nice leather-wrapped shift knob here, electronic park brake, cup holders, center console. It's got a leather wrap to a couple more USB ports in there. Nice little tray, and I always like to see little LED lights where you can see things. Helps at night. Glove box, maybe. There we go. Got some garbage in there right now. Sorry about that. Go up to the top, auto dimming rear view mirror. That is standard on the Premier. Universal home remote, sunglass holder. Those are standard as well. Your dome light control, your individual light control, and all of your OnStar features. We'll go outside here. I'll show you underneath the engine, or underneath the hood. Show you the engine and a couple more things, and I'll let you guys go. All right, there it is. That's the 2-liter Ecotec engine. It's got 252 horsepower, 260 pound-foot of torque. It is paired to the 9-speed automatic transmission. That all combined together with all-wheel drive will give you up to 3,500 pounds of towing capability. You do have the option to save $2,700 and go with the 1.5 liter. That gives you 170 horsepower, 203 pound-foot of torque, and that is paired to the 6-speed automatic transmission. So there you go. There's your engine options. Lastly, I'd just like to point out it does have a 107-inch wheelbase between your front and back axle there, 183-inch overall length for you, so you make sure it fits in your garage if you have a smaller garage. But that is your dimensions. All right, so there you have it. It's the 2020 Equinox Redline Edition Premier. This one's front wheel drive with the 2-liter turbo. If you guys have any questions, anything I can help you out with, please let me know. Comment down below with your questions. If you live in Northeast Ohio, I'd love to have the opportunity to give you a test drive for this one or anything else here at Spitzer Chevrolet in Amherst, Ohio. Just give me a call at 440-988-4444, and I'd be glad to help you guys out. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe. You guys be safe driving out there, okay?